Picture this. You're sitting in class playing with slime, having a grand old time, when suddenly your friend karate chops the slime out of your hands. It launches into the air like a rocket, sticks to the ceiling like super glue, and starts dripping down like slime rain. Kids are screaming, desks are slipping, and all you can do is watch in horror as this unfolds. Welcome to the story about how I committed a slime felony in school. This story starts back in 2018 when slime was everywhere. Everyone knew about slime, everyone loved slime, everybody had slime. People were making it out of anything and everything. Glue, glitter, shaving cream, you name the item, it was probably made into slime. Slime was honestly just breaking the internet. It even got so popular that it ended up being banned at my school. Why? Because it became a full-on distraction. Students were even selling slime like it was some sort of underground mafia heist black market thing. Like I'm talking shady hallway deals, kids whispering, "Yo, you got butter slime? I'll trade you 2 crunchy slimes for it." And these kids were making bank. The top slime dealers at my school were millionaires. They were mad rich. Because of this, teachers hated it. So they decided to ban slime. If anyone had it, they were immediately in trouble and likely sent to detention. But here's the thing. Every kid at the time was obsessed with it. Like I swear we had slime addictions. If someone couldn't poke it, squeeze it, stretch it for 2 seconds, they'd honestly start twitching. So we couldn't just not bring it to school or this would be us. And of course, I was one of those kids too, cause who wasn't? And I even had a slime social media account because I wanted to go viral like those slime gurus. I wanted to be famous for just poking it. So one beautiful day, I brought slime to class. I had just made a new batch of this amazing, glossy, super stretchy and sticky slime, and I wanted to flex it on my friends. Because back then, making good slime was the ultimate flex. Like, forget sneakers, forget phones. If you had a really good batch of slime, you were royalty. But because slime was banned in my school, I couldn't just pull out this slime and just start freely flexing, but I wanted to. So of course, I had to think of a plan. So here's the setup. We had our main teacher who taught us all of the main subjects. Then we had our English teacher who would come about 3 times a week. So she wasn't actually a full-time teacher at our school. So she didn't know about this whole banning slime rule. So me, being the rebellious kid I wasn't actually rebellious, I was low-key a teacher's pet. I decided to take advantage of her. Looking back, that's actually really evil of me. So when it was time for my main teacher to leave and my English teacher to come in, I knew it was time to flex my slime. It's time! So I pulled it out and started playing with it underneath my desk. So there I was in English class, playing with this behind my teacher's back. My friends all gathered around me as I played with it, and they were just in awe about how great it was. They all wanted to poke it and touch it, and we were all kind of just like having a good time with the slime. Then I had a brilliant idea. I turned to my friend and said, "Hey, let me stretch this out, and how about you karate chop it?" Now, normally when you think about karate chopping slime, you think about maybe going downward, because this is the definition of a karate chop, going down. But my friend had other plans. She decided to karate chop the slime upward. What? That's not karate chopping. Who does that? Her, apparently. So she took her hand and karate chopped the slime up. And in this chaos, my hand accidentally slipped from one side of the slime. And this caused the slime to fly out of my hands. And thanks to her upward karate chop, it launched straight up onto the ceiling. I saw the whole thing happen in slow motion. My mouth was ajar and I was like, "What is happening?" And then it stuck right on the ceiling. It's like the ceiling and the slime were just soulmates because it literally stuck so well. So I looked at it and I was like, oh, okay, maybe nobody will notice, maybe it'll be fine. But gravity had other plans. Yay, gravity! Why can't gravity just not exist for that 1 second? Because it would have been so much better for this case. So thanks to amazing gravity, the slime started to drip down very slowly. Like little rain droplets, but slime. It was like Nickelodeon slime time. Students were ducking under desks like it was a slime apocalypse. One kid even got a little slime droplet on their homework and they had a breakdown. They were obviously trying to get a good grade or something. Meanwhile, I was panicking. My inner monologue was like, okay, stay calm. Slime ceilings are totally normal. Maybe my teacher won't notice. Spoiler alert, it was not fine, and my teacher did notice. So of course, like I said, she did notice, because who wouldn't? It was literally raining slime.
Where are you going?
when she saw this commotion, she started questioning who did it. I did not want to admit it was me, because why would I want to get in trouble for that? But we all had that one kid who was low-key a tattletale, so he was like,
"It's them! They did it!"
I remember being so mad at him. I just wanted to... So after that situation, we were found out, and my English teacher looked at us like we had just committed the worst crime known to mankind. But again, since she didn't actually know about the slime ban, I was hoping that we wouldn't get in trouble. I thought that maybe we just get let off easy. But nope, because just then, my main teacher walked into the class and saw the entire scene. She asked what happened and my English teacher told her everything. So we were exposed. My main teacher looked at us with utter disappointment. She then pulled us aside and started yelling. "How could you do this? You know that slime is banned!" My friend and I didn't know what to say, so we just stood there looking at her in embarrassment. Then, after she was done yelling, she called the janitor and told them that, "Hey, there's slime stuck on the ceiling. Could you try to come get this off?" Luckily, in that moment, the bell rang for recess, so we had a little bit of time for refuge. So immediately, my friend and I ran out of school to escape for a little bit. But for the whole recess, we were freaking out because we were good kids. We never got in trouble, so this was just new territory for us. We were like, should we run away? Should we never come back? Should we move to Florida, get different names, change our entire appearance? Should we join the circus? Or should we just accept our defeat? We didn't know what to do. Eventually, though, recess did end, and we had to do the walk of shame back into the school. When we got to class, the teacher pulled us aside and told us we had to write apology letters to the janitor because apparently during recess, the janitors tried to remove the slime from the ceiling and they literally could not. Guess my slime was just too amazing and sticky.
Sorry.
But yeah, there we were, writing letters to the janitor, literally crying because we never got in trouble. This was so weird for us. And not only did we have to write apology letters, we then had to actually walk to the janitor wing and hand them our letters face to face. So picture this, two very embarrassed girls holding letters that were clearly tear-stained, and we had to walk to the janitor wing and hand them the letter face to face. It felt like we were truly confessing to a crime and not just slime on the ceiling. And then to make matters even worse, my teacher called our parents and told them about everything that we did. Luckily, my parents were pretty chill, so they weren't even mad at me. They were more just like, "You got slime stuck on the ceiling?
What the heck?"
But I will say I do feel very bad because it does turn out the janitor spent like 5 hours after school trying to remove the slime, and they honestly just couldn't. So to this day, there is still a slime stain on the ceiling. So yeah, that's a story about how I got slime stuck on the ceiling because my friend decided to karate chop it up and not down. Not that I'm blaming her, because obviously I did break the rules and I brought slime to school, which is not okay. Don't break school rules, but I really wanted to flex my slime. Anyway, moral of the story, never karate chop slime. At least not upward. Just do it down. Because apology letters to janitors are not worth the slime. So yeah, while other kids were learning about history, algebra, and whatever people learn, I was learning how to commit slime-related felonies. And honestly, I regret nothing, except maybe the stain and the trauma that I put the janitors through. Janitors, if you're watching this, I sincerely apologize. Anywho, thanks so much for sticking around and watching, and hope you have a good day. Bye!